everybody, I'm Melissa Mommy Hunter, and I am very excited to have been asked to be a part of the Toy Insider Parent Advisory Board. It came as a surprise, and in the beginning I wasn't really even comprehending what that even meant. But as I got to know the team, Lori and Marissa and Allie and the rest of the folks at the Toy Insider, and I started to read the blogs from other parents, amazing parents who are on the advisory board, I was like, really? You want me? Okay, that sounds like fun. And I thought it would give me an opportunity to talk to parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles, and probably some kids will check out these videos too, about some things that are near and dear to my heart. But by the way, if you're hearing something in the background, it's my daughter watching Pokemon, because that's reality. We don't film the Mommy and Gracie Show, which is what we do. That's our house. It's in our house. It's a little small section of our house that we made look like a studio. This is actually what you can't see beyond the camera lens is a hot mess. And then right here in my white chair, my Dr. Evil chair, we call it. Doesn't it look like an evil villain chair? It's my white leather office chair. Yeah, see, all I ever care about is how much you can see on the screen. And everything outside of the borders of what you can see on the screen is like, bah! Anyway, so please ignore the Pokemon in the background. So, for those of you who don't know me from the Mommy and Gracie Show, go check out the Mommy and Gracie Show. We are a YouTube channel that we started, it'll be June 21st will be our 3rd anniversary. And the entire idea behind our YouTube channel was Gracie's, my daughter's, and it came about because I had to retire because I have multiple sclerosis, and my disease progression got to the point where I couldn't actually work anymore. And so I went from someone who had been working since the age of 13 in some way or another to someone who was homebound, often bedridden, and going so summer was coming, and Gracie and I were trying to think of what we could do together when Gracie got out of school. What were we going to do in Mommy and Gracie camp this summer? Especially since we couldn't afford to send her to camp every week, like day camp, because I was not working anymore. And so while I was freaking out, Gracie, being an 8-year-old child who thankfully was raised by 2 very optimistic parents, decided to make lemonade out of our lemons and said, I have an idea. Why don't we start a YouTube channel and review our dolls, just like Wookiee Warrior 23, who's one of her all-time favorite channels, and still one of our all-time favorite doll review channels. And I was like, yeah, sure, we could do that. Why not? And so we did. We opened up my laptop, we used the webcam, we pulled out some dolls that we already had, a couple that we had just purchased, and we sat down there in front of the webcam and started making doll review videos. We were kind of a little bit in the beginning trying to be professional and follow the format of other channels that Gracie and I watched together, and it soon became apparent that we were never going to be slick or professional. But what was not, that wasn't a surprise, but what was more surprising was that people other than ourselves and our family started watching. And before we knew it, we had 1,000 subscribers, and then 10,000 subscribers. And according to stats tracking site called Social Blade, we will be at 500,000 subscribers by mid-July. We've got, I think, over 200 million views of videos on our channel, and it's just been incredible. We were on CBS this morning. They did a beautiful piece about us, which I liked because they focused on the relationship between Gracie and I, and it wasn't a piece. I really don't like the news stories about how to get rich by putting your kids on YouTube to open toys, because that's never been where we came from, and that's still not where we come from on this. Like, we should be filming today because we're kind of a little low on content, but Gracie's really into what she's doing right now. She's an artist. She's very into customizing her dolls and her My Little Ponies, and she's very into it. And when she's very into something and focused on it, there's no way I'm going to rip her away from that to say, well, we have to film, gotta film for the channel. And when I don't feel well, we don't film. So when at some point in the next few days, the two of us will both feel like, hey, let's do this, we'll get down in our little kitchen studio and we'll film a bunch of stuff and we'll laugh our butts off. So that's where I come from most recently, is the Mommy and Gracie Show. I did mention that I have multiple sclerosis. I was diagnosed with MS in 2010. I've been through a number of treatments, and on my personal blog, Mommy Geeks Out, you can sort of follow the story of all of the treatments that I've been on, and at times I've been in pretty good shape, and at times not so good shape. The last year would be falling under the category of not so good shape, and I'm about to start a new adventure with a new treatment. So having MS is also probably something I'll talk about here in my vlogs for the Toy Insider, because it's about toys, and it's also about us as people. And I have to say that collecting toys again was and continues to be incredibly therapeutic for me. And having this kind of connection that I do with children through collecting toys, and just, you know, some days, you know, being down and looking around our house and seeing all my dollies everywhere, and my Funko collection is insane. And on days when I'm down, they make me smile. And so I don't think that toys are just for kids, guys. And a lot of you know what I mean. When you had your first child, some of you got really excited because it was okay to buy toys again. And I applaud the adults who don't have children and collect toys, because those people are living what's really in their heart. And you know, and I collected action figures and Christmas ornaments that were toy themed for a long time, because I was a single woman, and I did have 6 cats though. I was a single woman with 6 cats and Christmas ornaments based on toys. But I have a wonderful husband I've been married to for 15 years now. But so I think a lot of us really like toys. And I am sure that there are people out there watching, and people who read the Toy Insider who don't have kids, nieces and nephews, or grandchildren. They just really like toys. And to you guys, I say, just live it. Live your truth, because toys are awesome. Toys make you smile. I'm looking around the room right now. I got Barbies behind this camera that I could just sit there and stare at forever. They make me so happy. So what will I be doing here? Well, weekly I will be posting a vlog for the Toy Insider, and it'll be about toys, about parenting and toys, about adults and toys. Sometimes it'll be about parenting in the digital age, because I am a YouTuber, and I am a mom whose child has been watching YouTube since she was about 4 years old. And so I have a lot to say about digital children. And, you know, otherwise anything that pops into my little head, I will share with you. And I'm just really excited. This is, you know, it's something I never saw coming. And that's one thing that I want to say to anyone who's watching, who, you know, you're watching this because you came to the Toy Insider. Maybe you're looking for a gift for somebody, or you're looking for advice about toys for your son or daughter, or yourself. But maybe you're going through a little bit of a rough time in your life at the same time. And I just want to say to you that I can say with 100% confidence, and with all the truth in my heart, that becoming disabled by multiple sclerosis was the best thing that ever happened in my life, outside of having my child and getting married. But as far as a life event that changed my life, it changed it for the better. And if you're going through a very difficult time right now, you know, it's dark sometimes in life, but, you know, it's always darkest before the dawn. You know, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Look for the silver lining. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And my personal favorite from my mom has always been, you can't have an Easter Sunday without a Good Friday. So if you're struggling right now as you watch this introductory video, I want to say there are other folks out there struggling right along with you. You know, reach out and have faith in yourself. You can get through this. You're a lot stronger than you think. And right now, you may not be able to figure out why whatever's going on is happening to you or happening in your body. and you might be very angry, sad, depressed, whatever. Just know that something good will come of it. It could be, I mean, I'm not saying you're going to have a big YouTube channel. I mean, gosh, I never saw that coming. Never saw that coming at all in my life. I was climbing the corporate ladder. I mean, my next step was VP, not falling down and, you know, on the E-train. So that was not where I was going. But here I am. So sometimes these huge roadblocks or detours happen in life and we have no idea why. And then the next thing you know, you're sitting in front of your video camera talking to a bunch of strangers because you've been asked to join the Toy Insider Parent Advisory Board. You just never know where life is going to take you. So embrace the bad with the good, and have faith in yourself and know that you're stronger than whatever is happening. Thank you so much to the Toy Insider team. I am really excited. I have so many things that I want to share with folks who come to the Toy Insider. It's a great resource for people who are looking for information about toys, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, single people with friends with kids who are like, oh, what the heck do kids play with? The Toy Insider is the place to come to find that out. So I'm really glad to be here. I hope you'll enjoy my weekly vlogs. I will try to make them somewhat entertaining and not dry, because dry just isn't my thing, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you again right here on the Toy Insider next week. Thanks. Bye.